Thank you, thank you.
Y'all wanna know what I can do to make it up?
What can you possibly do or say to make me change my mind?
What can I do? What can I say?
What can you do or say?
Right here, right now, listen. Put on your red shoes, slip on your high heel, and some of that sweet perfume is so special on you. Stop on your list and let all your head down, and baby, what you do, I wanna show you. Tonight will be a special night, no matter where we go, and I'm just proud to be with you. I just wanna let you know, swing it, y'all got to sing it, my, so look good tonight. Yeah. I'm sorry, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Y'all give it up for the upcoming artist, Warren Blackfoot.
A Southern Soul sensation. I hope you do that thing called Zydeco tonight, so I can learn how to do the Zydeco. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for one of the singerest singers that ever sung a song, Southern Soul sensation. Ladies and gentlemen, T.K. Soul. Something wrong, but to put it on everything is where the dust is going on. And my wife, right now I'm in bed. I ain't cheating on me. This is what she said. Put it on. That I ain't put it on. That I ain't said that I ain't. You never had to blow me, never had to say no way. Now if you was on the other, another green would be the third. We had us down, never knew you stomping well. I see that all the time, this thing got together. That's my wife, when I was in there, I said, oh, you see me, this is what she said. You know, so I got myself a plan. But I know she's good around just so I'm a man. I didn't go to work that day because my man was on the line. Just like the old folks say, see, you were fine. So alright, switch that up on there. Look great in line. You know what she said, you know. You Remember, you didn't get caught. You didn't get
Hi, I'm Michael J. We're watching Word Up Production on Street Peace Television. We're at Samstown Casino at the 2015 MLK Peace and Freedom Concert. And I'm standing next to Mrs.
Miss Jody.
You know, I enjoyed your show tonight. You know, this is the first time I've seen your performance. How long you been performing?
I am getting ready to enter into my 9th year.
What's your background?
I'm black.
No. Your music background.
Southern soul music. I'm sorry. Southern soul blues music.
Okay. That I'm asking one thing. You had one guest singer, the young man. What's his name?
That's my background singer, Mr. Warren Miller. I call him Warren Blackfoot. He used to be Jay Blackfoot background singer. Yeah.
I interviewed. I had Jay Blackfoot on his concert, on his Word Up Production. Yeah, I really missed him. He was a very good performer. He really was. But you know, this concert is about bringing attention to Martin Luther King. You know, if it weren't for Martin Luther King, we couldn't come to that front door. It's all about fun, but would you say a few words about Martin Luther King Jr., please?
You know what? I rank Martin Luther King right up there with Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and Paul. He's another forerunner of Christ, I believe. I believe that's what he was, and thank God for the dream that he had, the vision that God had instilled in him.
Hi, I'm Michael J. We're watching Word Up Production on Street Peace Television. We're at Samstown at the 2015 Peace and Freedom Concert produced by Michael Anderson, AMS Production. I'm standing next to Mr.
TK Soul, brother.
You know, I enjoyed your show today, man. This is the first time I've ever seen you perform. I've seen your billboards going down to the casino, and you do a real good show. You know, you really had the crowd moving with you. How long you been performing?
Oh, man, as TK Soul, 12 years, man. I created TK Soul, which I say that all the time because I'm a musician first.
Okay, what made you come out with the boxing thing, man?
Oh, man, it's just the idea I always had, man, and I've been with other artists, and I used to try to get them to do it. So when they never did it, once I became TK Soul, I decided to do it myself.
Yeah, it was original. It was different, man. It was eye-catcher. So what's this guy coming out whooping somebody's butt or something? You whooping the stage, man.
Right. It's just something for people to remember you by, yeah.
You know, you said a few things about Martin Luther King on stage, and that's why I want you to say a few words today, right now.
Right. Well, the thing about it, man, see, I'm 50 now. So I think back when it hit me on stage, I thought about, say, man, 50 years ago, we couldn't be doing this right here, you know. So I just kind of just acknowledged the brother and thought, you know, thank him for that right then, you know. It was just a spiritual thing that hit me right then, you know. I was sitting there singing, I'm thinking about, man, I wouldn't have been doing this 50 years ago, but I'm 50 now. So yeah, I just appreciate the love and the Mississippi people, Tennessee people giving me, man, and to be part of this MLK thing for the second year now. Michael.
Hi, I'm Michael J. We're watching Word Up Production on Street Peace Television. We at the 2015 Peace and Freedom, Michael Anderson, and I'm standing next to Mr. Willie Clayton. Is that right?
You got it right, buddy. You got it right.
Okay, before we talk about Martin Luther King, tell the viewer know us a little bit about yourself. How long you been out there?
Professionally, about 45 years.
I mean, you don't look that old, man.
Hey, man, you know, don't let the look fool you. Don't let the look fool you.
Okay, you know, you gave tribute to TK Soul for writing a couple songs for you. You know, I think that's good, man, to reach back and to give credit to people that kind of gave you something.
Well, TK Soul, you know, used to play keyboard. As a matter of fact, he was my band leader for years, and then, you know, I used to tell him, hey, why don't you sing? And he decided to get on out there and do his thing, and I'm happy for him, you know. But there's so many young brothers trying to get out here, and so many young brothers that's not gonna get discovered. But hey, it is what it is. You just have to stay at it. You can't give up. Don't give in. You just gotta keep the faith and just keep moving forward. Because guess what? Just when you think it's over, God got a plan for you.
You know, Martin Luther King was a great man, as you know, and we're here having a good time. We came through the front door. We didn't have to go through the back door. You know, in your own words, what kind of man was Martin Luther King? What does he mean to you?
Martin Luther King meant the world to me because, first of all, Martin Luther King was a man that, one, he didn't believe in violence, but today, you know, for all the fighting and all the beating and all the being locked up and called the N-word and everything else that Martin Luther King and his whole, you know, entourage went through, first of all, we're not, as a people, respecting what he stood for.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Today,
some of us is making